No, may I use
Another marvelous Monday. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. And you're listening to Dr. Beverly Jones, and we're on Real Talk. I have an amazing guest today that you guys are going to be so happy to see, that's in the forefront doing his own thing right now. And I don't know if you all, this is television and smell-o-vision and all that other stuff, but I have Mr. Say Kim Ray. Say Kim Ray. Now, we have our own little personal names that we call each other. Right? And I said today, okay, give it a real name here. And so, Say Kim Ray, how you doing?
I am doing wonderful. Had a rough little week, things, go to the doctor, get the checkup. Hey, listen, I want to say first and foremost, thank you for having me here.
Always a pleasure.
All praise due to the Most High, and whom, we give our gratitude to. People, take care of your health. Mental health is important. Watch your blood pressure. For real. We as Nubian people watch our blood pressure. I just wanted to put that note out there.
You're throwing out that early, and that is because what is going on with our health disparities, and is it going on? Are you talking in regards to African American people who have the highest?
Yes.
And I don't have the statistics right now, so I don't want anyone to quote me word for word. But African Americans tend to have high blood pressure, higher than most ethnicities.
Yes. And I'm talking for African Americans and Nubian people all wide, and myself personally, because for the longest I had low blood pressure, where I was always, going to this, like, man, your blood pressure's so low. I always feel tired and slow and cold and stuff, and it went from being low to being borderline high, even though I'm not high, but it's been, so we have to make sure we take care of ourselves, you know what I'm saying? That's, I just want to put that in. I apologize.
Okay, that's okay. That was a health commercial that we had to throw out right there. I'm glad you didn't name a drugstore.
Oh, no,
But you go by another name. You go by another name, and
Kim Ray. It's almost Kim Ray.
Yes.
However, I used to be known back in the day when I first started my music career as John Kruger.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was another time, another energy of me. I was kind of still out there in the streets, a little bit.
Okay.
Don't want to say too much.
But that's okay. The streets was an era.
Yeah.
And then you grow up, and the era goes on to another era.
Yes.
And so that was an era that you were in. Yeah.
And I'm not shunning it. However, it has motivated me to the music that I do now. It motivates me to do my best to keep the youth off the streets and out of the streets.
Okay.
Because it's not something that I'm very proud of. However, I don't regret though.
Okay.
Because it made me who I am.
Okay. All right. Let's start off. Yes, I've had some events. I've had you on events. But let's start off with what you have done in the entertainment world. You were with a group that's very well known.
Yes. I'm a former producer and tour mate with multi-platinum hip-hop group Nappy Roots. I don't know if y'all remember Oh Nah, Hell Nah.
Yeah.
One of their members, Fish Scales, he's a good brother of mine, very good brother. Shout out to all the members of Nappy Roots, the current members, and also former members too. You know what I'm saying? But he kind of took me under his wing and kind of brought me into the fold and gave me an opportunity. Big shout outs to Sparky D too, because without her, hip hop pioneer Sparky D from the Rocks and Shantae Battles.
Mm-hmm.
Through her, meeting her is how I ended up meeting Nappy Roots.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know, she had a little showcase that she was doing at Shiloh High School, I think in like Stone Mountain or something like that.
Yes.
And we was just backstage freestyling, rapping, everybody, you know, something we call in the hip hop community called a cipher. We just get around and everybody get their chance to rhyme and show their skills. Some people braggadocio, some people, you know, just tell a story.
Did y'all having a little break dancing going on there?
Well, we didn't do if I break dance, I'm gonna break something. But we you know, we had it going on, and this one guy, you know, thought we were cool, but this one guy he tried to battle me, and I don't normally battle, but I did a battle rap and I killed it, and it caught ear with fish scales. And he was like, "Yo, man, like your rounds is hot," and I was like, "Word, okay, thank you," and I walked away because I was a fan of Nappy Roots, right? But you know, coming up from my background, very very poor, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really have access to look at all the videos, so I heard the music on the radio and I loved the music, but I never knew how they looked. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure people, they got favorite songs they like, but don't know how the artists look or whatever. And I walked away, and one of the guys that was with me, he's like, "Yo, man," he said, "Yo, that dude that said your music was hot, man, you know who that was?" I was like, "Nah." He said, "Dude, look at this shirt, man. That's Nappy Roots." I say, "Word?" I say, "I love them boys, man," because I didn't know. Like I say, we was backstage before the performances and stuff like that, so I didn't see him before. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So I went back. And I was like, "Yo, man," I said, "Yo, you really like that, man?" He said, "Yo, you was hot, man. Your rounds was hot." I said, "Man, I do beats too." You know what I'm saying? And I was like, "Yo, man, can I give you my number? Can I give you my number?" And I guess the spirit was moving that day. That's why I have faith in the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And I know that if you do your best to keep a good spirit and good positivity, that doors are open for you.
That
you know
energy, that energy is powerful.
Got to. And he's like, "Man," he said, "I don't want your number." And I felt bad when he said that. He said, "I'm gonna give you mine."
Okay.
And that was a game changer for me. And it took about a good 6 months to a year before, you know, the comfortability aspect.
You guys connect.
Yeah, connect. Yeah, you feel me? But once I got on, man, I toured all over the country with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I haven't flown. Y'all don't be mad at me. I haven't flown since 9/11. I got back from Japan when 9/11 happened, and I ain't been on a plane since.
Now that's been quite some time.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
I drive.
Really?
I drive everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But everywhere that they had a show where we were either on the bus, van, or we were driving our personal vehicles, I was there. Anywhere they flew, I kind of didn't go to those.
Really?
Yeah. Like they
So
went.
how do you feel about, just not changing the subject, but how do you feel about that now?
I have gotten over my fear. Just didn't have the desire to fly nowhere. So I guess I don't want to say it's kind of still there a little bit. You know what I mean?
Well, people are still talking about 9/11.
Yeah, I
remember that day very vividly.
I got back 2 days before it happened. We got from Japan, and it kind of was like, whoa, that could have been my plane. Like,
But it wasn't.
It wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't, from the grace of the Most High. And shout out to the people that lost, you know, their lives in that particular incident, and their families. You know, my heart goes out to them still, even to this day, and to the people that lost their lives in recent events that's happened with COVID and different things like that. You know what I'm saying? I have a very big heart. You know what I'm saying? Very big heart.
And the Lord has brought you over.
Yes.
And
yes.
He's still keeping you.
Yes.
You know, and I always tell people that some things are predestined.
Yes.
And some things we cannot change, no matter what we do.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Facts.
And it was just an unfortunate tragedy, and that some people still are talking about. And I remember exactly where I was, what I was doing on that day. Yeah. But He's brought you over for a special purpose.
Yes,
and,
we're here today.
We're certainly, you know, here on Real Talk. I'm so glad
Talk.
to have you here. Yeah.
Real talk.
Real talk. Yeah, and that's what we do. We talk about real thought, unscripted.
Yes.
So people have to know that it's unscripted. I do have to take a few notes here and there, but
Facts,
it's certainly
facts,
unscripted.
facts.
All right. So you got an opportunity to be with Nappy Roots.
Yes.
Now, you know, as an African American female, we don't like y'all talking about our roots, and let alone calling it nappy. So kind of define what Nappy Roots means.
To me, you know, because the original creator has their meaning. Like Ron, I think it was Ron Clutch, the guy that drew the actual logo for it or whatever. You know, he has his original. But to me, Nappy Roots is rooted in a strong foundation, because sometimes I call it like Dr. York says, he called it kingly, not kinky, but kingly. Sometimes the roots, when it gets napped up, it gets so firm and so tight that it's almost impossible to brush out and get rid of. To me, that unity that we have as Nubian people, or what we're calling black people, should be as tight as the tightest knot or nappy root. You know what I'm saying? That's my takeaway from it. You know what I'm saying? That if we get that unity, nothing can brush us away. We're the foundation of civilization. Built pyramids, first open heart surgery, the stoplight. You think about people like Madam C.J. Walker. You think about Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. You think about Marcus Garvey. You think about Noble Drew Ali. You think about even the ancient pharaohs of Egypt, King Tutankhamun.
Our contribution to society.
Look at the world. Hip hop has influenced everywhere. When I was in Japan, I got the royal treatment. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had clubs like, yo, hey, listen, come in and do a song, and you can get in the club free every night.
Well, I lived in Japan. I went to school in Japan.
Word. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So it was a mecca. People don't understand for
they love us.
Soul.
They love us.
I saw all of the greatest entertainers. They would come on the military base, and we would be in the midst of them, walking around, picking us up, kissing on us, loving on us. Yep. Yeah. So Japan is the place to be if you want to be loved with soul music. So that was a great start.
Yeah.
So, okay, so now you become the producer of this great band that is traveling around the world.
One of the producers. Let me get that clear.
That's okay. That's okay. We don't know who. But
I like the title D. That's cool.
Okay. So, how did you feel, and what did you contribute?
What a lot of my duties were, of course, making tracks and stuff like that. Some of them didn't make the cut. Some did, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I was there as a grounding force, because the industry can get real hustle and bustle, real crazy. And one thing I remember Scales was telling me, he said, so Kim, he said, one reason why we dealt with you and keep dealing with you even after my stint was over with them or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Officially, you know what I'm saying, was over with them, but still not over, because once you brothers, you know what I'm saying? But he told me, he said, you're very genuine. He said, you're one of the most genuine people I've ever met, and I don't think you could ever lie to me.
Okay. You
know what I'm saying? And I think my biggest contribution, aside from the musical aspect, was bringing the sense of you have real people in your corner. They're still real. In a world full of fakes and fugazis, and everybody's trying to kiss butt to be something that they're not, he saw someone who
is genuine. Yes. And so by you being genuine, you were able to break out and start your own group and your own
I started doing my own thing. Yes,
your own music.
Yes, I do my own thing now. However, I'm not just musical, because I also do a little bit of film and TV.
Oh, okay. Well, let's talk about it. That's what we're here to do. We're here to talk about all the great things that you do, because I know you certainly bless my audience.
Yes. And by the way, y'all make sure y'all support Dr. Bev and what she's doing. You know what I'm saying? She has a great platform for a lot of young artists and also performers, because I remember you had the African dancers up there one year.
I did. I brought it. Stone Mountain. I put a name on Stone Mountain. Yes, I did.
Yes. Great things. Like, I have nothing but great things to say about you. When I talk to people about you, I tell them, like, yo, that's my girl. Like, she's on point. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. I appreciate it. And we all need to get together and be on point and bring some unity. A lot of people were dismayed because we brought blackness. We brought African American heritage. We brought other cultures into the city of Stone Mountain, because the world is evolving.
Yes.
And so why have a little small city that's still in the same spot that they've been in for hundreds of years? Yeah, you know where I'm going with that.
I ain't want to gossip, but you ain't heard of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Facts,
So,
facts.
what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick commercial break. Then we're
Yes.
going to come back and we're going to talk about your song.
Okay.
Okay.
Back,
All
that'll
right.
work.
So, yeah, you guys,
let's
we got
go.
this
CLTV.
great entertainer here today.
Get it.
Yeah, we're going to talk about where you're from.
Okay.
You're looking
How'd
for a
you get
home?
here?
You're looking for land? Look no further. Elite Realty Dominica got you covered. Whether it's to buy a home or build a home or just an investment property, contact Nicole London at 888-860-2366. That's 888-860-2366. Or you can log on to DominicaEliteRealty.com for all your inquiries and questions. Elite Realty Dominica, where exquisite living is defined by nature.
It's Heatwave on Caribbean Life, radio and TV. Every Wednesday from 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. with your host, the Bajan Bad Boy International DJ Storm, blazing the best in soca music on Caribbean Life, radio and TV. It's Heatwave.
Why you riding around with that big crack in your window? You know you can get a ticket for that. Hey, you need to call Cracked Auto Glass. Certified techs servicing all your glass needs. We repair windshields, door glass, back and vent glass, regulators and motors, semi and heavy equipment glass, and we offer a lifetime guarantee. Cracked Auto Glass. Contact us at 678-720-7265. That's 678-720-7265. Cracked Auto Glass, the only glass company you need.
It's all about Caribbean International Shipping. That's right. Do you need more information on shipping your items to the U.S. Southeast region or to the Caribbean? Have you ever heard of Caribbean International Shipping? You shop, they pack, and ship. They also offer residential pickup services. Support our business, like, share, and call. For your barrel shippings, let us know. The number to call is 470-718-9675 on WhatsApp or 770-323-1111. Caribbean International Shipping, the only way to send your stuff to the islands. It's all about Caribbean International Shipping. That's right. Do you need more information on shipping your items to the U.S. Southeast region or to the Caribbean? Have you ever heard of Caribbean International Shipping? You shop, they pack, and ship. They also offer residential pickup services. Support our business, like, share, and call. For your barrel shippings, let us know. The number to call is 470-718.
All right, we are back. We had some great commercial breaks, and that's one thing that I like about Caribbean TV, that we are all inclusive.
For sure.
We let everyone come on, and I'm saying this to say because that's how I feel about you. You were so inclusive in the group. You've done so many things. You're so passionate about what you do, and you're still around.
Yeah.
So tell me a lot of other things that you've done, because I know you produce, you sing.
Right, yes. Yes.
There's rumors, I don't know if it's truth or dare or rumor or what, that you were in a movie.
Yes, I was.
See, I do my research.
A few movies.
You have worked with some great artists. I believe you and Common did some projects.
Yeah, we did a movie. Him, I, and Kiki. Was it Kiki Palmer?
Kiki Palmer.
We're in a movie called Alice, and I had a lot of fun filming that. Of course, you know, they were the main big stars, but we're all stars in our own right. You know what I'm saying? And I had the honor of being able to speak with them both, and they gave me, you know, good advice and good pointers in this career, because it's a crazy career.
So
but
were
it's
you a
career.
producer or a
no,
director?
I was actually just acting in it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was acting in it, because when it comes to the film and TV, I'm working my way into getting into the scoring and things of that nature. But these past few years, I've been pretty much doing a lot of acting in it. Sometimes in the foreground, sometimes in the background, sometimes in the midground. You know what I'm saying? But still standing on solid ground.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I've had an opportunity to work with the greats like Jamie Foxx on. If you look at they clone Tyrone. I'm one of the clones in the movie. At the end of the movie, you'll see after the Caucasian lady does the newscasting, you'll see a little cartoon roulette table roll, and then you'll see one of the clones getting his cigarette lit up. That's me.
Okay, that's you. Okay.
I had a lot of fun for that in that movie. You know what I'm saying? It was very, very crazy, very wild. Good. Jamie Foxx is boy, he's a GOAT.
So what's going on in Atlanta with movies? Because one time they were filming on every corner. And so now it seems like it's kind of slowed
from what
down.
From what I can say safely, from what I've observed and speaking to people, in being even though I think Georgia's not really a unionized type state like that, however, there's a lot of union projects and union actors and stuff, and there was a couple of strikes that happened, and strikes usually bring great results, and the first strike kind of did bring a good result, but I think in my thoughts, and I could be wrong, but I could be right also, I think they had the strikes a little too close together, a little too back to back. And that last strike kind of had a little adverse effect. And then you got companies like Marvel. Was it Marvel? Yeah, Marvel. Yeah, they left. You know what I'm saying? Like they left, and it's like, you know, I didn't feel too good about it, and not just myself, someone who's in front of the camera, but even the people behind the camera, even from the people that supply the food for the actors and the crew and everything, felt it. The truck drivers felt it. The hairdresser, stylists felt it. Everybody felt that hit, and it has been.
It was a losing industry for a short period of time because it did bounce back.
It's bouncing back now. It's bouncing back now. It's bouncing back now.
And
we're
I think
we're hearing DC's coming here too.
Yeah, I think it's. I'm sorry.
We're hearing that DC is coming. DC Comics.
Oh, really?
So DC, it may be here because Marvel left. So
okay.
Marvel was a big powerhouse of a lot of the things going on here.
But you have Tyler Perry.
Definitely.
And he bought Fort McPherson, and so I like to kind of boast when I can. Being a military brat, that was our stumping grounds. We used to go to Fort McPherson every day.
Well, I'm ex-military. U.S. Air Force.
Air Force here. And just a simple fact that I used to go to Fort McPherson, and now it's a big movie production, I mean, it's all of that.
I was just filming on his studio. I think it's February now. What time fly? In November-ish, a couple of months ago, and to me, it's so amazing how massive. Like we're in Atlanta. But he has a setup on his set. You know, I think I can say this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it looked like New York.
It does.
Like he had it looking.
He
like
has the city inside of Fort McPherson.
Yes.
And we used to say Fort Mac, but those of you who don't know, it's Fort McPherson, an ex-military base right in the heart of the ATL.
Yes.
So
big shout to Tyler Perry, man. Thank you, man. You know what I'm saying? He paid a couple of my bills. You know what I'm saying? And employed your boy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I was telling someone the other day, like when you're doing film and TV, and unless you have unless you're lucky, like a few that have a very, very, very great agent that can do, it's almost like you're independent contracting. So unlike a 9 to 5,
you're absolutely right, because a lot of the big stars are imported in. They're coming from New York, they're coming from California. And so, but he made it. See, that's the greatness, is that he was sleeping on the streets of Atlanta, as from what I've read. And so he came and took over that's like, coming over, he took over an Air Force base. I mean, an Army base.
Military base, And he's very efficient with his filming, too. Like some days I'll be on set, and I'll let you know when you're on set, sometimes you're on there for hours.
Oh, absolutely.
Like 14, 15, 16 hours for But one thing I noticed about Tyler, like he get in and out, man. Like I remember one day I went to work, we were scheduled to work for like 10 hours. We worked every bit of 4 hours and got everything done for that day. And he was like, all right, y'all can go home. And we still got paid for the entire day of work, the entire time we were supposed to be scheduled. That's one thing I do enjoy about this career. It allows you to be in a position to where it's not hard work. Now you do put in a lot of time because they pay you for your time, not so much for your work.
Right.
But they pay you for your time. You're there long hours sometimes.
And don't forget they have a great cafeteria.
Oh my God, the food is Big shout out to the crafty. Big shout out to the crafty that let me get stuff when I at times when I wasn't supposed to get it and I was still getting. They ain't saying nothing. Yeah, big shout out to the crafty.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Yeah, the food is great. You know what I'm saying. The food is great. You know.
And that's how we gauge production companies.
Yeah, yeah. Because man, I ain't gonna say what company, what production it was.
Gauged it by the food.
But yeah, we went to one production. I felt sorry for the crew. I was like, man, boy, y'all food bursting the ones.
Real food.
but it's still great. It's still great all the same nonetheless, and it's a good opportunity because a lot of times in the industry, especially when you're first starting off, like a lot of people think, oh, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna just make $1 billion and this, that, and the third, and don't realize that it takes time. Kevin Hart, it took years for him to get to where he was. I've done I did Ride Along Part 2. I just recently, one of the scenes in Fight Night, you know what I'm saying, in the robbery scene, I'm in there with Kevin and Sam Jackson and Terrence Howard.
Common?
No, Common wasn't in that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Fight Night
Okay.
is recent. It's actually based upon a true story that happened here in Atlanta
Okay.
when during the time of when Muhammad Ali came down here and they didn't really want him to be here boxing. But if y'all get a chance on Peacock, it's called Fight Night. And if you get a chance with BT Plus, Amazon Prime, big shout out to my big homie Clifton Powell. Clifton Powell, I did a movie called Prodigal with him. And you can really see me shine in that movie. It's called Prodigal Movie on BT Plus and Amazon Prime. If y'all get a chance to check it out, you know what I'm saying? I play Pug. I play his left-hand man, you know, tell a little bit about the story. Clifton Powell plays Sincere. He's like the big-time drug kingpin in the town. And Brad Jordan, also known as Scarface from the Ghetto Boys, plays his right-hand man. And I play Pug, the left-hand man. So Scarface, his role, he's not doing his job like he's supposed to because he's caught up in the drugs and the women and all kind of other stuff or whatever, and he's not doing his job. So Sincere, Clifton's role, he calls on me to handle a lot of the dirty work and things in that. So you'll see me really get
Okay, we're gonna be looking for you.
Yeah, I'm really flexing in that one now.
Look
Yeah,
for you.
yeah.
Okay, so now and see, you keep building the staircase, and so you also into music.
Yes.
As we talked about earlier.
Yes.
And you have a song out.
I have a song out, and I can sing without auto-tune, y'all.
Yeah, well, let's kind of talk about how did you get there. Talk about the song, because a lot of times we hear song, and I always wonder, what were they thinking?
Yes.
What were they doing?
Yes,
what were you
yes.
feeling at that time?
Yes.
And so,
Okay.
how did you evolve to, you already in music, you already
Yes.
producing, and
Yes.
then, so when did you say, I'm going to step out and do my own thing? I'm producing
Yes.
and directing all these
Yes.
other people. This is my time to shine.
Yes.
So, how did you get to that point?
It just came a point in my life to where being in the music world and in the film world, I saw a lot of things that like, for example, when I was in the military, they taught us work smarter, not harder, when I was in the Air Force. And when I got in the film industry and in the music industry, I saw a lot of things that I was like, that could be done a little different to make it a little more efficient.
So you're saying more technically or more talent driven?
I'd say there's a lot of technical and political type things that I saw that could, if it could be less of that, things could run a whole lot more smoother. Things could run up. So I say, you know what? Plus I have a message to give. I have a purpose as a child of the Most High, you know what I'm saying, and represent righteousness. So I said, you know, I'm gonna step out on faith and truth and do what I need to do to play my part and be, even if it's a small part, try to do my best to make some kind of change, some kind of innovation. You know what I'm saying? Some kind of difference in what's happening. But I digress. To get to the drill situation, right? My newest single is called Drill. How I came about that was when I saw how our people, sometimes melanated people, sometimes we can do more harm to ourselves than good in what we should. Not saying we should go out and harm others, but the harming of ourselves is one of the worst atrocities that we could do. I have a son who's 18, right? And I'm telling my age, my bad.
You had him as a child.
Yeah. But I noticed that he's in the music a little bit too, and he was playing this one music for me, and I'm listening to music, and I was like, okay, the beat sound nice, because the beat caught me at first, but as I listened to the words, I'm like, son, I really don't want you listening to that. This dude talking about hurting his grandmother. like hurting it.
goodness.
And I said, what is that? He said, this is called drill music. And the drill music is, I grew up off of Wu-Tang and Nas and Rakim and KRS-One and, the Nappy Roots and the UGKs and things and Outkast. Big shout out to my man Wildcat Dungeon family. Big shout out to the whole Dungeon family, Outkast, Goody Mob. You know what I'm saying? I deal with a few of those guys too. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to them. Y'all make sure y'all check their stuff too. You know what I'm saying? But I grew up off of music that, not to say it was so much super conscious music, but it had a message. To me, no disrespect to any of the artists out here nowadays. I love them. Just my opinion. I really think that music was at its pinnacle when it comes to hip hop music from 93 to about 2003, give or take 2006. A lot of stuff after that to me became kind of cookie cutter, microwave. You had a lot of producers who don't even play. Like I play trumpet. I play the American trap drum set. I play the African djembe. At one of your shows, I actually played the djembe with the African people that drummers that was out there. You feel me? I can actually read sheet music. I can actually write sheet music, and I can play by ear.
So you're well equipped.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when I listen to a lot of the beats nowadays that people think is hot, from a musician's point of view, I'm like, my little 8-year-old can do that. Like he can do. I mean, and it's so repetitive. There's no changes, and it seems kind of droned out without soul.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So how did you get to your music? So this is a
so my
build-up
son
of,
when I heard him listening to the drill music, that the new style they call drill, I think it originated out of Chicago or something like that.
So you're saying this is drill music.
Yeah,
and I hate to sound like I'm 100 years old.
The name of the song is drill music, but it's addressing drill music. It's a music style. Okay. It's a music form that I think, if I'm not mistaken, it came out of Chicago. And listen, I know it's rough up there, right? But the thing that got me is they were glorifying it,
but
killing.
I'm still not catching the drill.
I'm gonna land this
because when we say drill, we think of drum line.
Or drilling and drill. But
right.
that's just the name they coined it with. Okay. It's called drill music. You know what I'm saying? Just like you got gangster rap. You have drill rap.
Okay.
So just imagine gangster rap times 100.
I can't.
You feel me? Trust me. It's boy.
Okay.
Like it's to me it seemed very detrimental. Not knocking their struggle, because if that's what they're going through, that's what they're going through, and they're telling the news. But to me, I saw a lot of the drill artists not doing it like the Rakims would, where they're telling the story of what's happening. To me, it seemed like they were more glorified. I got the blicky and I'm pulling on this and I'm doing this, and it's like, but what are you doing for the community? What are you doing? Okay. You're fighting over a block that you don't even own. You're fighting over colors that doesn't even represent who you are as
This sounds sort of like how rap came about. So is this sort of the same playbook as when the rappers had to get to be known? Because when it came out, people didn't think that much of it. But so drill music, is it sort of like rap in the way that it was developed?
Well, as far as the drill music that my song drill music personally, or the drill genre. I'll say when I say drill music, I'll say drill genre. Right. So the drill genre, I didn't create it. You know what I'm saying? It's a newer form of rap.
Okay.
But it's kind of violent.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And even though
when you say violent, is it talking about killing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But that was what rap was at one point.
No. Rap started about the struggle and just partying and having fun. You go out to the park, you get the DJs, they have the block parties, you know what I'm saying? And then it went from the having fun to the braggadocio, I'm better than this person, better than that person. And then at a certain point in time, I say it was a conspiracy that came in, and I think maybe KRS can agree with me. Powers that be came in and saw that it was lucrative, but they also saw that it was unifying a group of people that now that
had a message.
And
we put the music and the message and the music.
People couldn't be controlled. But to get back to, I don't want to go too far away from the song drill music that I did. Okay. I created that because I saw things happen in the world. I saw that different times when people like Breonna Taylor and Trayvon Martin and George Floyd and different things happen, it's like,
and don't forget Biggie.
Biggie, Pac, all of them, right?
Yeah, that's right.
But it's like I saw that anytime something like this happened, our people, in other words, I said, why, if you're so gangster, where was the gangster movement for what happened to Breonna Taylor? Ahmaud Mabry. Where was
it faded out? Had it, because it was so strong when Tupac, Biggie, all of them, it was so strong, the messages. So had it just played out because it was so strong? And I don't know, I'm asking.
I don't think it played out. I just think it evolved into a monster that people didn't think that it would get as big as it did. So when I wrote my song, you know, one of the main aspects is all these people are claiming that they're gangster and you can shoot this one and you can kill that one, you can do this one. But the original gangs didn't start that way. The original gangs started as protection for the neighborhoods, kind of like as offshoots, like kind of like the Black Panthers and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? They were there to protect the neighborhoods, but powers
Not kill each other.
Powers
Okay.
that be came in, dropped some guns off, and
Well,
you
if you
look this
divide
up.
and conquer.
Divide and conquer,
Yes,
right?
that's exactly what it
so,
was.
So my message with the drill song is to all the people who say they're gangsters. What's really gangster to me is if you see your sister getting beat up on the street by someone and you go defend her. That's gangster to me. Not shooting somebody just because they got on the color that it's like, and my thing is
Just
like,
because you're wearing a red jacket and
yes,
wear
you
the
wearing a
blues.
red jacket or
Yeah.
blue, red and blue. When the blood in your vein is blue until it bleeds red when it comes out, and the sky is blue. And funny story. I had a cousin. Who was involved with the what they call the Bloods. You know what I'm saying? I'm not into the gang stuff, and I just see it. Some things just seemed a little illogical to me. And I told him, I said, cuz, you talking about you don't like blue, but why I don't see you shooting at the sky? Because the sky is blue. Why I don't see you killing yourself? Because the blood is blue in your veins. Like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. And that Captain Crunch box in your house, it should have a bullet hole in it because he got some blue on him. And I said the same thing to a young guy who was a friend. We went to school together. We grew up as friends and stuff. And then when the gangs came to my area in South Carolina, it's like a separation happened. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, some of these people is your kin. They're your kinfolk, and you killing them off. Like, why?
But all
like,
skin folk
ain't kinfolk. That is true. That is true.
Yes.
And I was like, no. I said, bro. I said, at the time he was smoking, a J at the time, and I'm like, bro, you saying you don't like red, but your eyes is red as heck, really red as the devil right now, boy. Why you ain't plucking your eyes out? And it really made him think. And right then and there, that's when I knew I have a purpose to do my best to make a change. See, one of the reasons that I think that, and we spoke about Tupac, one of the reasons I think that Tupac got taken out because he was trying to unite.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And at one point in time, the Bloods and Crips in South Carolina did come together.
See, I never knew
Oh,
it
yeah,
came down
yeah.
south.
Yeah,
A
oh,
lot
yeah.
of people,
Oh, man, yeah.
I'm a little square.
Yeah, oh, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, yeah.
So I didn't know that it came to the southern states.
Came down south.
Okay.
And, like I said, when I was coming up, I was in a little gang too, but our gangs weren't like, it was like, look,
Yeah, we're throwing rocks.
my hood, and them rocks had metal behind it. But it was more, but we more so threw rocks.
Okay.
So
your rocks was part of the movement?
No. No. Okay. I'm speaking in code a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You feel me?
You see how square I am?
No, you good. The square and the circle the same. It's all good on the spiritual world. It's both 360, baby. Okay. It's all good. But my thing is, I wanted to get a message to the youth to realize how silly it looks, because I've heard two clips on YouTube. There was this one, I think he was an ex-judge, but he was a racist judge, and he admitted it. He said, yeah, the Klan don't have to do nothing no more. Y'all doing a better job than we ever did. We just sit back and watch.
We can stop the show right now because you're so right.
You feel me?
Yes,
and
I feel you in the city of Stone Mountain.
And
no, I mean from a different perspective.
Facts.
Yeah, you're so
Facts.
right. Yeah.
It's like and one I was just looking at this yesterday. The guy, it was an actual Klansman that he said, yeah, all we had to do is drop some lick off in the hood and some guns off in the hood, and they do the work for us. And that really hurt me. It hurt me to the core, because
they don't have to work as hard because we're killing each other.
And I think
I think that was the import of what he was saying, and the import of what I'm saying. We're killing each other, either in words, in profession.
Yes.
In
stepping on each other's necks, lying on each other when knowing that someone is good and qualified. I ain't saying it's qualified for the position.
Yeah.
And they got the nerve to make up lies.
Yes.
And try to stop the blessing that they could be receiving for someone who God put in there.
Everyone. Yes.
You feel me? But yeah, the song Drill is about that. I just wanted my son, and I did it for my son too, because I was like, okay, really hear this, because he was liking the music. I'm like, yo, first of all, half of the stuff is like it took me like a stethoscope to really understand what they were saying, because a lot of it, some of it sounds like the little mumble rap that came out where they just mumbling because they kind of got on drugs a little too much, and the frontal lobe maybe a little, gone a little bit. I don't know. Right. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the artists I've noticed, even a lot of nowadays, it's like they can't formulate correct words, or you know what I'm saying? And it's
is that by design?
I think it's by design.
So do I. Because we have evolved so much. Everybody know the English language. Well, I'm messing up. Yeah. The English language right now. And so maybe it's just a little slang.
We were gods and goddesses. We built pyramids. How did we go from building pyramids, having gold, silver, diamond, to being in the projects, calling our woman bees and OHs, and dudes becoming dogs and pimps and players and things of that nature? How did we go from that? You know what I'm saying? And I think I want to make the change, or at least spark a change through my music.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And we're going to play just a little we're going to play just a little snippet of your music, just so they can hear the beat and see that you really have something out
production,
there.
And I'm singing on it too. If we can play it to the singing part, I can hear my singing too. So maybe the first verse and the hook or whatever, you know what I'm saying, I can go through.
Yeah, just to let them understand, and then after we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Nobody talking about bucking the clan, bucking back in demand, or the suit and tie guy gentrifying your land. Nobody's talking about drilling no love and killing your brother. We killing each other, hurting our mothers. But nobody's talking about bucking the clan, bucking back in demand, or the suit and tie guy gentrifying your land. What's the deal? Everybody's still talking on that drill music, but it more murder than murder and kill music. I think them demons they kill music. For the soul like my hobby, desert dirt field music. So let me start from the beginning, top of the list. HNIC, that prodigy, when I lay it like this. Cowards always pulling their pistol, never ever pooling resources to get rich. So YT supremacy, steadily gentrifying our shit. Bold and all falling like snow. It's the new blow, killing our people fast, not slow. But what about the popo? You clone Tyrone, killing your home. Why you talking all tough? And I'm calling your bluff. Why you ducking the club? Why you hiding? Lift your brother up, but don't self-destruct. Just stay woke and aware. Everybody's talking about drilling no love and killing your brother. We killing each other, hurting our mothers. But nobody's talking about bucking the clan, bucking back in demand, or the suit and tie guy gentrifying your land. Nobody's talking about drilling no love and killing your brother. We killing each other, hurting our mothers. But nobody's talking about bucking the clan, bucking back in demand, or the suit and tie guy gentrifying your land. That's backwards, not even fast backwards, ready to attack first. Instead of spreading beautiful words of peace, actions to release the beast. Most of the devil people just readily receive the mark of the beast. Temperatures rising like geese, infecting the streets. Just take a vivid peek as I jotted on the notebook sheet. Raw heat may stop your heartbeat. Everybody created like God, but everybody wanna compete. But don't compete with me, complete with me. We hurting our mothers completely, destroying our dreams. And Dr. King's not me behind the smoke screen. Why you talking all tough? Man, I'm calling your bluff. Why you ducking the club? Why you hiding? Lift your brother up and don't self-destruct. Just stay woke and aware. Everybody talking about drilling no love and killing your brother. We killing each other.
Awesome.
And I don't need no auto-tune either. That's all me singing. That's all me, all the parts.
Really?
Yeah.
But see, you said that's rap music. I don't consider that rap music.
Oh.
Because rap music at one point in time had such a bad reputation.
Bad reputation.
Yes, and it was just very blatant.
To me, that's hip hop.
Okay.
Hip hop,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Because I used to do rap music,
Okay.
Back when I was in the streets and I was talking about the things that I was doing that I'm not proud of nowadays, and I was out there doing it. But I've noticed even when I was talking about it back in the day, there was a seed inside of me not to glorify it. You know, like I had this one song where I said, I'm not a pilgrim, but I used to pack grams and pills like that. Berry dope boy stack cake for real. I say you got to get it. Be about your money business from start to the finish. Finish to see your goals manifest in the inning. You know what I'm saying?
Now you have to break that down sentence by sentence, right? Because, at one point in time, if you were a certain age, you were not into rap.
In other words, back in the day, I used to.
And it was so graphic. It was,
I used to sell packs. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what packs are. It's a generational gap. It's a generational gap.
Well,
and it's also a culture gap. Just because you're black, it doesn't mean that you understand every rap song.
Okay. So I used to sell packs and pills.
Okay.
And I don't know if you remember the Pillsbury Doughboy, but I said I used to sell packs and pills like that Berry Doughboy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So in other words, back when I used to do a lot of things.
Now you don't want to tell too much because we don't want the police busting to do it.
Yeah. Back when I was younger, stupid.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I ended up even in that song saying about how you should be a young entrepreneur instead of doing that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I used to do, and it wasn't cool. But a lot of people
selling drugs thought they were entrepreneurs because they did have an audience. Not only did they have an audience, they had clientele.
Yeah, but at the same time, is your product helping or is it hurting and killing? And if you just imagine, just think about it this way.
But think about alcohol. People say the same thing.
I was about to say that. The biggest drug dealers is in the pharmaceutical sector because I remember in my town they had a big store that said drug store, and I remember many people getting busted for selling drugs on the street. And I would say to myself, how come, I don't want to say the name of the store, but how come XYZ drugstore actually has the sign drugs on their thing, but nobody's busted in there and locked them people up? And that perplexed me. So my job is to educate our people to start to see these things and to see these deceptions that we've been deceived with. You know what I'm saying? To spread a good change. You know what I'm saying? So, that's when and big shout out, Rise to Power Music.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Got a little, my little something. Big shout out to my man Greg. He became my manager or whatever. He used to A&R for
Greg who?
Greg Bradford.
Okay.
Used to A&R for DTP back in the day when they first kind of starting out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And
so where's rap music now?
To me, I feel that it's the change is coming. I feel that a lot of people
are. That song, A Change Gonna Come.
I was born by a river. You feel me? Oh yeah, I don't need auto-tune, y'all, for real now. But I feel that it is changing back to the messages now. I feel that people are tired of, like I said one time, you mean to tell me you done killed 20,000 people, you ain't been indicted yet? You done shot 50 million people and you ain't been indicted yet? You done screwed 30,000 girls and you ain't got one trip to the clinic yet? Come on, you done took all this drugs and all this Molly and all this stuff and you ain't brain dead yet? Come on, y'all, stop selling people a pipe dream. Stop selling these people really a pipe nightmare. Because you have youth that listen to it. Like for example, myself personally, right? And I know pretty sure other groups, when they heard gangster music and gangster rap, and it was what it was for. But the glorification of it, we didn't know that sometimes those gangster rap people wasn't really doing that stuff. But to someone who is listening, we didn't know that. I didn't know that. I thought I had to walk with when I was in college, I had my pistol with me everywhere.
Did you?
Yes. You feel me? I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to be out there like that. I didn't know that. You feel me? So a lot of entertainers, we have to realize that we are role models whether we want to be or not. And what is your role you're going to play in life? Are you going to play the role of a child of the Most High for righteousness to get our people to the kingdom? Or are you going to be a devil's advocate and become a devil yourself? And that's the question we need to ask.
Well, that's the question that needs to be answered.
Facts. Ask and answer. There you go. For sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
because it's a new day. You don't see as many gangs
Yes.
out there.
Yeah, I'm seeing a change. I'm seeing a change.
So,
yes.
you guys, whatever you have done, your music,
Yes.
been on the streets, on the radio, on TV, whatever it was that you all did,
Yes.
it has come down substantially.
Yes.
And maybe the law has a lot to do with that.
Yes.
And so
and learn. I want to say, our people, we need to learn the law too,
and learn to love each other.
and learn to love each other.
Because that's first. Because the gangs were black against black.
And
It-
like I said, it didn't start that way. Like before the guy Tukey, like he's one of the people that I studied a little bit on or whatever, and he was actually trying to get them to stop. You know what I'm saying? But you know who kept them locked up, and
Yeah.
we ain't gonna give that person no credit who kept them locked up, and he was actually trying to change. And like I said, people like Pac and even people like Nipsey Hussle and those that were doing their best to unify. You know what I'm saying? Big shout outs to all the hip hop artists that are doing their best to unify our people.
and those who are still around.
And those who are still around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
big
still-
shout outs to like I said, Goody Mob, Outkast, you know what I'm saying?
From Atlanta?
Atlanta, ATL, shawty, you know what I'm saying?
You're from Atlanta?
Well, I'm originally from South Carolina, from the Gullah Geechee area. They talk like that, boy, like going on the way.
What city? Because what city?
I'm from a small town called
Ridgeland?
Allendale. Now, we played Ridgeland in football.
Okay,
Yes,
that's my
went.
grandparents.
Yeah, I went to Wayhampton High School.
Okay.
Grew up born in Allendale. Went to Wayhampton High School.
Best
You know what I'm saying?
cooks in the world
Yeah.
are from South Carolina.
Yeah.
Some of the best cooks.
A lot of humble people are in South.
Sti-
Great hearts.
Yes.
Great hearts. Just don't have the opportunities that are
Available. Available right
yeah.
now. But that
Yeah.
we've gone from the
South
gangs.
Cackalack.
Yeah, right. We've
Yeah.
gone from the gangs, and now we're just letting people know who
Yeah.
are listening
Yes.
that all black people are not in gangs.
Not, yeah.
You
Big shout out to
know,
Gwen Yvette. And you know what else I want to shed light on too, Doc, is another doctor, Dr. Malachi York. A lot of people don't know about him, or if they do, they know what the media put out negatively. But if you get a chance to really look at what he's done for the community and what he's done in my life, and a lot of your conscious artists, not just rap, but even R&B and different people, like he's written songs like the Wake Up Everybody.
Oh,
Right,
really? That was
yeah,
Teddy's song.
People don't know Dr. York wrote a lot of people's songs back in the day when the conscious era.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Under different
But
pseudonyms.
look what he was saying years ago. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed.
sleeping in bed.
Yeah, I
You feel
remember
me?
that. I was a child. I remember.
I'm even hearing even the Marvin Gaye song "Save the Children." Dr. York had a hand in that.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? And
That's amazing.
right now, Dr. York is being unjustly persecuted for doing his best to liberate people. Not to say too much, but I'm gonna say it. He found out that most African Americans over here
in America,
though our roots are originally what they call Africa Nubia, but at one time the continent was together. All the continents were together. So some of us walked on these lands, this area of the land, before the continent separated. Not all of us over here came on the so-called slave ships. Only about 14% of the people over here that were Nubian that were the slave people, or what they call a slave, were actually from slave ships. The other people were kidnapped from Native American tribes over here. And Dr. York found out that a lot of us are really Native American, and that a lot of this land belongs to us. While we got, not to say no names, but while we got people trying to get rid of illegal immigrants, this isn't Europe. And I'll just leave it like that.
yeah, we're gonna leave it like that
Yeah.
because we don't want ICE busting in here.
Yeah. But,
Because you have all this knowledge,
But,
but-
it's like we have to come back to us as
Mm-hmm.
a people. We have to
But we have to come together. So we
put
can
differences
become
aside.
us.
Men stop fighting the women. Women stop fighting the men. You know what I'm saying? Let the feminism stuff go. Let the ultra toxic masculinity stuff go. You know what I'm saying? The youth need to connect with the elders. The elders need to connect with the youth. I was just watching something on YouTube that talk about my generation of people born in a certain time. We were in the middle of Gen X and the middle of Gen Z. You You know what I'm saying? So we kind of like just floating there somewhere.
And people are so confused with
Right.
X, Y's, and
Okay,
Z's.
right.
You
So-
know, they don't know what category they fit
Yeah,
into.
So I can see both sides of the fence. I can see where the elders may miss out on the things that the youth has to offer. And I can see where the youth, oh, that old person on there they talking about, you know. I can see that. I can see the issue where the men have with the women. I can see the issue where the women have with the men. But right now, some power at B that got us all polarized to where I'm over here and you're over there and you stay over here and you stay over there. When that's not how
It's
we work.
territorial.
Yeah.
And so we have to get out of territorial
Get out
and
of
come
territorial.
together as a
Yes.
people and as a nation.
Yes.
And on one last note,
Yes.
where did the name Nappy Roots come from? I understand that for those of those people who are out there listening, say, what does that mean?
Well, like I said, Ron, from my understanding, Clutch, I think they came as a collective with it because, like I said, I came into the group when Nappy was already established. You know what I'm saying? I came in during the Humdinger era. I think it was after Watermelon Chickens and Grits, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was so long I was a little younger. But, you know, to me, like I said, I gave my take on what Nappy Roots means. But like I said, one of the guys, Clutch, one of the members of the group, if I remember the story correctly, he told me that he drew the design for it. It became official design. I think they came collectively with the name of the group. My name's Kim Ray. Where that came from my spiritual teacher, Dr. Malachi York. Free and release Dr. York and all political prisoners and those who are fighting the good fight for our people. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. We need to educate ourselves and really find out the truth. If you get a chance, go read the court transcripts. Go get the transcripts and you'll see, you know, no more crucifixion of our Nubian leaders. No more modern day lynchings. No more modern day lynchings. We have people like yourself who have been fighting the good fight, and people try to crucify you.
They did.
You feel me?
They did.
So no more of that anymore. Enough is enough.
And we have to be stronger.
Yes.
Not just strong, but we have to be stronger.
Stronger.
And I found out in my journey, I did not get out of character, whereas young black girls who I wanted them to come into this role and to see what I went through. And so you can come in with grace and you can leave with grace.
Yes. Yes.
And on a spiritual level, sometimes you got to let God do his job.
You need to shoot for that governor spot. Quit playing. Quit playing.
I'm going to tell you a story about that.
Quit playing with it now.
This has been so amazing to see you again.
Yes.
You know, and you have just educated me.
Yes.
Because so many people have so many negative vibes about gangs, rap music, you know, and what you have sung about has been so eye-opening. Yes. And, I mean, we have been friends for quite some time,
right?
you know, still loving on each other,
Yeah, for sure,
you know,
appreciate
showing
it.
people what we can do as
Yes.
a nation.
Yes.
And it doesn't have to all be about kin folks.
Yes.
You know,
we
and so
come together. We're all one human family.
We all bleed the same kind of blood.
And Dr.
Yes.
York says no one wins the race in racism. You feel me? No one wins the race in racism. We have to. Now, there is an order of things, and we do need to do things in proper order and perspective. And if the original peoples of this planet could be recognized and respected for who we are, for creating all of the great things that we have, from the stoplight, the elevator, different things.
Straightening comb,
everything, right?
Yes.
If we
About
could recognize
90% of inventions have been made by African Americans.
Yes.
And there's a church, unfortunately, I can't remember the name, but they are a church, and they are right outside of the airport. And every year on Black History Month, they have all of the inventions in their church, a replica of all of the inventions of African Americans. Wow. So, but I just want to say in closing, this has been amazing. And if we can go out on your song so people can hear this, and I want you to come back because you have a story to tell. And we only got to the surface level of this. Your song is amazing.
Yes, I appreciate it.
Tell where you're going to be performing, if there's any places where you're going to be performing.
Okay. I'm in the workings. Of course, anything that you have, y'all. Hey, anything that Dr. Bev have, y'all make sure y'all come out. I'm gonna be there. You feel me?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? She already got that. You know what I mean? On the strength, you got that. You feel me? Yeah.
And you have shown what you can do.
Facts, right?
Yes.
But I got some things working on. I just recently did a show in Tampa, Florida, at Emperor's. And I'm talking to. Big shout out to my man Trill Will, man. Trill Will. It's a GFM, God first, family second, money third. You You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Y'all, big shout out to him. He helped. He invited me out there with his camp or whatever, and I did such a great job that his promoter was like, "Hey, I want to put you on our tour." He said, "The next spot we hitting is Atlanta." So we're going to be, once I get the information for, I don't have it yet.
Okay.
Right now I'm kind of taking a little break. Like I said, when I went to the doctor, I'm kind of get my health back in full
Take them
order.
vitamins and get back on stage.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, big shout out to Greg and Rise to Power Music. I represent Shadow Soldiers Music, Nappy Roots Music. And matter of fact, I got a little YouTube. Y'all follow me on YouTube. I ain't got that many followers. I'm not into the social media stuff like that, but it's SEKHEM. Hit your space bar, put RE. I have 2 channels, a music channel and a gaming channel. Yes, I am a gamer. Anybody want to smoke on Street Fighter, bring it. I am not playing. I'm a beast. And you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook, AKHMOSE.SEKHEM.RE. Once again, that's AKHMOSE.SEKHEM.RE. Shout out to Carolina. Big shout out to the Most High. Releasing free Dr. York.
Amen. That's a big amen.
Amen.
Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.
Definitely.
Okay.
Blessings. Love you.
Love you too. This is Dr. Beverly with Real Talk, and we always bring you the truth. With love, peace, music, information.
Caribbeanlifetv.
Yeah.
Resources to get rich, so YT supremacies that lead you to find shit. Fitting on, falling like snow is the new glow. Killing our people fast, not slow. But what about the go-go? You clone Tyrone, killing your own. Why you talking on tough? And I'm calling your bluff. Why you ducking the club? You party. Lift your brother up and don't self-destruct. Just stay woke. Everybody talking about drilling, no love and killing your brother. We killing each other, hurting our mothers. But nobody talking about bucking the clan, bucking back in demand. Or the suit and tie guy gentrifying your land. Nobody talking about drilling, no love and killing your brother. We killing each other, hurting our mothers. But nobody talking about bucking the clan, bucking back in demand. Or the suit and tie guy gentrifying your land. Backwards, not even ass backwards, ready to attack first instead of spreading beautiful words of peace. Anxious to release the beast. Most of you devil niggas gon' readily receive the mark of the beast. Temperatures rising like yeast, infecting the streets. Just take a vivid peek as I jotted on the notebook sheet. Raw heat, they stop your heartbeat. Need to be creative like gods, but everybody wanna compete, but don't compete with me. Complete with me, we hurting our mothers completely, destroying our dreams and Dr. King's not me behind the smoke screen. Why you talking on tough? And I'm calling your bluff. Why you ducking the club? You lift your brother up and don't self-destruct. Just stay woke.
You're looking for a home? You're looking for land? Look no further. Elite Realty